Hi, I'm R.B. Peterson, the CEO of Life Development Incorporated, and we're here to share life moments with you. In these videos, we're going to take a few moments to talk, to discuss things that are appropriate for our lives. In this session, we're going to deal in our aging and decisions we need to make as we begin to age. This is the second part of an interview that I conducted with Jasmine McKinney. So get your notepad out and get ready for more information as we go through this video. Thank you so much. Enjoy. I'm turning 65. I've done my homework.
Okay.
As much as I can, because that's the other thing. We're planning and we're forecasting what we expect, what we hope would happen, but we don't really know. So let's say a person didn't have an opportunity to plan, and now all of a sudden we know what's going on in our economy. Maybe the workplace closes down or they're downsized.
Yes.
And then at the same time, they have some type of catastrophic medical incident. What are they supposed to do?
Like you said, ask.
Ask.
A lot of hospitals have financial assistance.
That's true.
Ask.
Ask. Don't just take the bill.
Don't just ignore the bill.
Yeah.
Ask.
You know, that's I don't know why people think the bills disappeared by. Look, you can silence that call and throw that in the trash, but it's not going anywhere.
Right.
Okay.
But
Ask.
apply for Medicaid. Doesn't hurt, like I said. And then Social Security has other programs that you can qualify for
Really?
to get assistance. Yes.
I'm not old enough to draw Social Security. I'm just hoping it's there when it's. It'll be
It'll
there.
be
It's
there.
Not, yeah, it's
It'll
gonna
be there.
I don't know why people try to
I
fear
know,
us
scare
into that
it,
stuff. Yeah, my SSI is gonna be there. I put quite a bit in. If I could draw it now, that'd be all right. But praise be to God, it's not time right now, so I'm gonna be patient and keep building. So, in addition to this, talk to me about some of the other products, some of the other things you do as a professional.
Life insurance.
Ooh, yeah, let's dig out this life insurance.
That's important.
So you mean to tell me we're not supposed to go on Facebook and GoFundMe when somebody get ready to leave here and ask the world to pay for our end of life expenses?
Like I said, don't you want to leave a legacy to your family, your children?
Not an embarrassment.
Yes.
Because that's exactly what that is.
Yes.
It's not unfortunate. It's not planning.
Right.
Everybody's going to leave.
Yeah.
Not one of us is going to be here
Escape.
forever. We're all going to leave here. So
Yeah.
let's plan on leaving. So talk to me about what the beginning of that plan, what should that kind of look like?
Well, the earlier you start planning for your life insurance, the less expensive it is. The later you wait, the more expensive.
Okay. So here's one like the Gerber Life policies and all of that. Are those, I know you can't sell anything in this venue, but just for like maybe a newly married couple, they're having their first baby, or tools like that good to
Yes.
just get started?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Kind of trains us. It gets us in the
Yes, get
flow.
you ready.
Okay.
Yes.
Orientated. That's the word. Orientated. Because life insurance is,
Yeah, I know you see it all the time.
you know, the calls that we field, and unfortunately, we don't do that. We can't. How could we?
Right.
We wouldn't have enough money to keep the lights on in here if we were given to those types of situations. It's
Right.
not. It's just not doable.
Right.
So, life insurance, life insurance, life insurance. Is there a mathematical equation we should use to make sure that we have enough coverage? And let's just talk. Personally, I'm into whole life. I don't see a term policy is only good for that term, and if you outlive it, you're just giving them money for no reason. At least a whole life policy or something along those lines allows you to access the money, use the money, and it becomes an investment tool.
Right.
So let's say a person has a whole life. What type of calculation should we use to determine how much insurance we should get?
Well, that depends on what your goal is. I mean, are you
Okay.
trying to just leave a legacy? Are you trying to build cash value that you could draw upon later on?
Okay, I'll give a general scenario. So what I basically want to do is make sure when I leave here that my wife can take care of everything. Let's say house, car. Let's say there's, for a round number without blowing, let's say there's $300,000 of overhead on my life. House, cars, couple of years of salary, because nobody wants to leave their spouse
Right.
having to have to go to work as soon as they put you in the ground.
Right.
That's crazy. So let's say if $300,000 would position the people after me to pay off all of my bills, everything I owe, and my wife or children or whoever could be free for a year or so. So let's use $300,000. The cash value, they'll dig that out when they talk to a professional, because that can go deep,
Yes.
because this basically becomes a real investment tool if I'm not
Right.
not mistaken.
Depending on what kind of product you get, yes.
So many products, homework.
Homework, yes.
So let's just use it for that basis. I want to be
Yeah.
able to have $300,000 worth of coverage. I'm thinking.
Yeah, you could buy a policy for that amount, yes. You
Really?
could go up to $1 million.
I've seen. I'm not that valuable.
Well, your wife has to live after you're gone,
That's true.
so you got to figure in that.
Oh, Lord. I'm too old though now. As a matter of fact, look, that's her just called me. Sorry, I forgot to silence my device. That was her. See, perfect time. Maybe I need the $1 million policy.
Yeah.
So what would be the mathematics of that? Would we use like what we would bring in per year and then
Yes,
try to
your
extend
salary.
it? Okay.
Figure out, your salary, how much you make,
Mm-hmm.
your bills, add all in.
And how long we
Decide.
would want the persons in charge of our
Right,
to be able to navigate all this without any.
right.
Okay.
Having a trust. You could do a trust, put money into a trust
You know,
also.
let's talk about that. Since we're here, we're just gonna talk about all this. Look, trust, wills, end of life. So tell me in basic terms, what is a trust? What does it do for you that a will wouldn't do?
Well, the will is just naming your beneficiaries.
And most people do that. Oh, I
Yeah.
have a will, but they don't even understand. If you don't file that with the probate court, that's just a
Right.
piece of paper. It means nothing
Right.
either.
You can just write on a piece of paper, have it notarized.
Yes. What does a trust do?
A trust, you have a designated person that's going to be in charge of the money
Okay.
and how it's distributed.
So you get it out of the hands of people who didn't work for it, don't earn
I
it.
didn't say all that.
Well, I'm saying it. Look, because it's been a real thing
Yeah.
that people's lives end, and then their business affairs are handed over to people who sometimes had no input in their life.
And they had no idea how to handle finance.
Exactly, and the people who were there, they're kind of left out in the wash.
Yes.
Because the legal things weren't done to make sure that those people were there to take care of it.
Yeah.
So a will, is there a difference? I mean, a trust. Is there a difference between? Is it a living trust and a regular
I mean,
trust?
it's different kind of
Or
trust.
it's all
that you
kinds of
have,
trust.
yeah.
Homework,
I would say homework and seek legal advice.
legal advice. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But a trust
Yes.
necessary.
But if all else fails, at least have life insurance.
At least.
At least life insurance.
At least. And beneficiaries,
Right.
current
And
beneficiaries.
And at least have two.
Two, and they need to be current. So that's a question. How often should we review? Should this be like an annual
Yes.
thing, like the end of every year? We
Yes.
need to sit down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Every year.
Every year, annually, because things change,
Things
people
change.
change. That's right.
People live, don't live.
Yeah. People leave your life, all kinds of stuff.
Right.
That
Some
person
people
you-
drop their policies. I mean, you got to pay the premium.
And so these decisions, these conversations, we have to have with our parents too. So
Yes.
like me, I have older parents, and they're all very self-sustaining people, and so like some information I know, some I don't know.
You need
so
to have that
I have to
conversation.
have that conversation with all of them, and I need them to put in writing and tell me who it is and what, so it can be done
Yes.
appropriate.
And your in-laws.
Yes, yeah, my in-laws, I love them.
You need to have conversation
Yes,
about
ma'am.
this. But a lot of people don't like to do that.
I don't know. They're so spooked by dying. Look, we're all gonna die. I don't want to die today, but it's not morbid to talk about it. It's just, it's part of. As much as living is living, dying is a part of life.
Yes, and you never know what's going to happen. Because I have a colleague that happened to. He's an insurance man. His mother-in-law had a fall.
Ooh.
Stroke. He didn't talk to her about it. They didn't have anything in place. Now he's going to have to scramble and take his money, take care of her mom.
Wow. All because no conversation.
No
was had.
conversation.
And I understand that. So whatever field you work in, you like do it for everybody else, and then yours is like the
You let them
last
get away.
thing.
Well, I don't want to ask them, and no.
Is you have to. We have to have these challenging conversations.
Yes.
Nah, I'm not gonna say. I was gonna ask you something, but that might not be the legal thing to ask.
I mean,
But I
I'm
can
with
ask
the-
you this: what do we do? Let's say somebody has their parent that just utterly refuses to have these conversations. What would be the wise thing for that person to do, knowing that at some point this is going to fall to them? How can they kind of? Is there anything they can do? Maybe self-fund an insurance policy for them?
Well,
If they would give them permission to do so.
if they would give
yeah,
them
if they would give them
permission, yes.
permission to do so.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's set aside some money in case something happens to
Yeah.
you. Yes.
Okay.
I would say do that.
Okay.
Yes. Information is so important. And you're never too young. I remember my grandmother, I had to be, I'd say maybe 8 or 9. She was trying to tell me about her bank accounts, and it's like, I don't want to hear that. But I wasn't too young.
She's teaching you how to do business.
Yes.
And look, now you're helping a bunch of us now.
I hope so. That's my goal.
Oh, you are. You've helped out tremendously today, just informing us about this whole Medicaid thing.
Medicare.
Medicaid. Oh, so yes, Medicare. Sorry, Medicare. Medicaid is state.
The state, yes, state.
Care, federal, Cade, state.
Yes.
Okay. Why do I have to name them so much close to the same thing?
Oh, my God.
No, it's okay. Oh, I understand. Business is business.
I thought I
It's
had turned my phone
look,
off.
no, you don't have to turn away. Look, we all understand. Somebody needs you right now.
And I thought I turned my phone off.
Oh, it's all right. Oh my goodness. Look, I got caught too. I thought I turned mine off. But this is the nature of people who help people. It doesn't end. I won't ask you how many hours you have to spend trying to unravel the mysteries to help get us in order. So we want to make sure that anybody
Yes.
who reaches out to you already
Make
gets certain
appointment.
things. Make an appointment. And then will you tell us at the appointment, make sure you bring this, and this.
Yes.
Okay. We need help. That's why we need
Yes.
help. So we can navigate it. Because it is daunting and it is
Yeah,
something that
it
most
is. It's a
people,
lot.
we've kicked the can down the road way too long. And so what we're hoping for is that you coming in sharing this information with us will not only motivate us, will also take away some of the mystery as to what it is we're looking at. Because these, like I said, the commercials, it's too many commercials.
Yeah.
And
Don't
nobody,
pay-
and
don't
they're
pay
not
attention.
saying anything. You
They're
can
not.
get this and this, and you
No.
might get money back. And I remember, Lord, I remember one of those commercials got somebody I loved. They thought they was going to get money back and called and signed up for this thing, and it ended up costing them all kind of money. It was a
Oh,
mess.
wow, yes.
We had to get them out of
Yes.
it. It's like, oh my God, what is this?
If it's not from SSA.gov, run.
SSA.gov, which is the Social Security Administration. Go through them to get the proper.
And they have all the information on their website.
They have everything.
You can even have pamphlets and information sent to you.
Okay. All right. SSA.gov. Social Security Administration.gov.
Yes.
Go there. Okay.
Yes.
Whew. Thank you so much for your time, for your insight, for your wealth of information.
I hope you don't have a headache.
Oh no. Oh, I'm good. Oh no. I'm good. Look, I got Cade and Care down now, federal and state. I'm good now. I'm straight.
Kate and Karen.
Cade and Care. At least I know which one I'm dealing with. Now let me ask you this. So is the state side similar to the federal side? Or is it all
course
together?
not.
There's no continuity. So
Well, I'll say this. They do work together.
they work together.
They do work together.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
Whatever, okay, if you qualify for Medicaid,
Mm-hmm.
Medicare will pay first. Medicaid will pay whatever Medicare didn't pay for.
Doesn't pay for it. Okay. So you need both sides of the coin. Very good. Y'all get that? Okay. Very good. Well, my dear, I thank you so much for
Well,
coming
thank
and
you,
sharing with
Pastor.
us. And we'll have you back because there's way more that we need to talk about. Well, we got to talk
Yes.
about investing. We got to talk about, oh Lord, there's a
Other
plethora.
coverages that you need.
Yes, ma'am. So we shall.
Long-term, short-term.
See, now that's, oh yeah. We
Cancer policies.
maybe we'll just make that our
Final
next-
expense.
Let's just put it on the calendar, and when you have a moment, let's come back together and let's talk about that end of life. We'll just make it general, end of life,
Okay.
because people need to plan to leave and what's
Yes.
going to happen as they're leaving and when they do leave,
Right.
because that long-term care is really important and it costs a lot of money.
Yes.
If you don't plan for it, you can have mama, pawpaw in your living room, and that's not conducive to everybody's
Yes.
lifestyles. We thank God for the people who can. I've watched people walk their loved ones through that, and it
Yes.
was beautiful, but at the same time, it was astronomical in its expense.
Yeah.
It is
I've been a
not-
caretaker.
Yeah, it
Yes,
is
it's
not
hard. It's
easy.
hard. And then we want to take care, we want to be the caretaker, and you're not equipped to be the caretaker.
That's the thing. Having the skills to take care of somebody is a
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
I know I'm not a nurse, not at
Yes.
all. There are things I will do, of course. I
Right.
will go,
Right.
but I'm not a nurse. That's not what I do. And so if I think I can just take on my loved one and it's just going to be okay because I love them, that's not true.
Well, I am a nurse, and I took care of my mom, and it still was hard.
And you're a nurse.
It was hard.
All right, so it's already in motion. Our next conversation is going to talk about, we're going to talk about getting to the end of life and then those
Okay.
decisions and those things we need to have in place so that those transitions aren't so hard. So we can navigate. You can have mama and papa at home.
Yes, you
But you have to
can.
have the right support.
Right. Right. You need a support system.
You have
and
support system.
have resources.
And resources, yeah. Because it can be done in a beautiful way.
Yes.
Yeah, honoring and you don't burn yourself out. What I've
Right.
watched a lot of people is
Yes,
they
burn
burn themselves
out.
out
Yes.
because they're staying up all night. They're up all day, and it's
Yes. I had a friend, she was sleeping outside her mom's room.
like, oh my goodness, no. There are people who will come into your home, and everything isn't
Yes.
always big money.
No.
There are resources out there where people, for one, the local, if you're part of a local family,
Yes. Yes.
those people are there. They will help to shoulder some of that load. They would love to come in and cook a meal for you and
Right.
sit with your loved one so you can go to sleep. But it's I don't know why people are afraid to make themselves known. You really have to develop relationships with people so you're not
Right.
afraid to say, well, this is going on, I need help. If you built a wonderful relationship with people, they'll be more than glad to come alongside of you and help you.
Right.
Yeah, so, all right. That'll be our next conversation.
Okay.
Miss
My
Jasmine,
pleasure.
oh, you're wonderful.
You're wonderful.
We're going to put all of her information is up, so you make sure you call her, you reach out to her. She'll be back with us, giving us more information, but we want to make sure that everybody's life is really benefited by what we do through Life Development Incorporated. That's our whole plan. How can we help people in various avenues of life? And so health and wellness is one of our big ones. So thank you so much for your
Thank you.
time. You've been wonderful, and we'll meet again soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to spend with us as we walk through these life moments. Remember, Life Development Incorporated is a community development agency located in North County, St. Louis. And our scope of services is providing support and assistance to those who are underserved in the St. Louis metropolitan area with affordable housing, financial literacy, access to health care, community resources, and academic-related services. So on behalf of the Life Development team and staff, we want you to have a wonderful and a great week.